Welcome to Spicy Toast Gaming and our first impression for Yuumi, the magical cat. We're just going to look over the champion, their star powers, starting deck, what relics we think might be good on them, what benefits they get from leveling up, and just generally how we think they're going to be doing in Path of Champions. So let's look at the star powers first. Okay, so allies have faded. That's pretty basic, but having just a blanket buff for all of your units will be decent, especially since the attach will work as at least one trigger. So just giving all of your units benefits throughout the entire game. Let's see what the star 2 is. So game start, summon 2 random 1-cost Poros. That will be actually very good because most of Yuumi's cards are going to want to attach to someone, so having something already on board that you can just attach to will actually be very good. We can't get to the rank 3 yet, but normally the rank 3 is about a doubling up of the first power, so allies having faded, it could be something along the lines of allies have faded, and then faded gives you 2/2 instead of 1/1. It'd probably be something similar to that. Alright, let's take a look at the, well, first Yuumi, if you don't know, 3 cost 2/3, and then it's a attach. So what it does is if you have a card on the board and you play Yuumi, it lets you either play the card or attach it to a unit, and if you attach it to a unit, it then gets the keywords and stats of the card you're playing. So round start, the unit you're attached to gets 1/1, and if you don't have it attached to anything, then Yuumi gets 1/1. So when they level up, they get that spell shield. And then the champion spell is the grant an ally +1 and deal 1 to an enemy. This will work great as far as triggering that faded. Alright, the starting deck. This will be very good to have these trigger faded, so you can just be buffing your units even more. Mountain Goat, Gem, giving everyone faded, very good. Mini-morph, that will be pretty good. It's a little rough early, as 6 mana is pretty expensive in Path of Champions. Hopefully they give us something to reduce this cost, but this can help with higher level encounters, getting rid of a Galio or Malphite and just turning it into a mini-morph. So yeah, you only have the 3 attached units, Rainbow Fish, Yuumi, and Quick Quill. So Challenger, not bad, usually not what I prefer. I usually like getting the studded leather, but still not terrible. Stone Stackers being buffed up even more, that will be nice. That's the thing, is all your units are going to be able to get buffed up and consistently because of that faded. It'll be nice compared to something like Bard, where his units getting buffed up, you really can't choose who actually gets the buffs necessarily, but with Yuumi you will be able to. So Mountain Goat with Great Club, Rainbow Fish getting the studded leather. That will be nice to be able to put on another unit, making them even bigger and elusive. This will be a nice, easy way to give you another buff target. This will actually be pretty good. The Quick Quill with 1/1 and Fury, being able to put that on one of your other units That is 4 mana, 6/6. Grant Overwhelm. That's a very good start to a unit. Okay, and Minimorph gets Tear of the Goddess. That is pretty nice. Ooh, Rainbow Fish getting Ancient Coin. So just making that a 3 cost. That's very nice. I always found Rainbow Fish to be just a little bit too high to really play. But with it being 3 mana, and the fact that it's going to have that 1/1 Fury, will be very, very good. So I think the level ups actually have some pretty good powers in here. One of the better ones we've seen so far. Yuumi is going to have a very interesting deck that's all going to be about buffing up your units to crazy levels. We'll have to see how Yuumi works. I know before, sometimes the items you put on her or that you get don't transfer over right when she gets attached. So we'll see how that is and if it works correctly. One thing I was thinking immediately, though, is that just having, well, one Gale Force would be interesting to see how that interacted, if it recalled the unit or just recalled Yuumi, or if maybe it just gave the unit Scout and didn't recall them at all. That could potentially be very good. I think since you have such big units, that the Troll King's Crown giving everyone Overwhelm would be very good. Again, we'll have to see if putting this on her actually works correctly for that transferring over to whatever unit you're playing her on. If effects like this don't work that way, then just giving some like Spell Shield, you'll get Spell Shield later, so it's not as necessary. But just giving keywords and then giving just flat stat increases like the Warhammer or the Fist, just to make it so whatever unit you put it on just starts out huge. Overwhelm is going to be very important for this deck, because this deck is going to be so large. All of the units are just going to constantly getting buffed up to somewhat ridiculous degrees. With that faded, so making sure that you don't just get chump blocked, and that your actual damage can go into the Nexus will be very important. So you do have Overwhelm on a couple units, but just making sure your whole deck has that will be very strong, I imagine. Alright, this was just a brief overview of Yuumi, just kind of looking at the champion and its deck and just how we think it's going to do. We will be releasing a leveling video, actually playing the champion and see how it does in game. And then we also will be releasing a guide once we've leveled them up and gotten some more stars on them. So if you're interested in that, definitely subscribe to the channel, and we'll be putting that out later this week or next week. Thank you so much for watching that video. We're putting out daily content for Path of Champions, so if that interests you, please like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment down below. We're just starting out here on YouTube, trying to grow the channel, so any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you, and have a great day.